Hello, hello, hello. Hello and welcome. My name is Odera Onu. Hi, Stonegate. So today, hi, Mohammed Modu. Today I want to speak on, very shortly, the topic Nigerians should show more empathy. I'm beginning to see a lot of reasons to believe that Nigerians as a people, they don't really care about the next person. It doesn't bother them. It doesn't matter to them if somebody else is going to buy, if another person is going to suffer, if there is consequences for their action for the next person. It doesn't really disturb them. It's none of their business. And this is very selfish and self-destructive at the same time, because you never know who you are going to need tomorrow. You never know who God is going to place in a place where that could change your life or change your story. And I say this to say, if we're a society that cares and shows empathy to others, we'll receive empathy as well from the same society. When people are dying, when they are on their last, breath or few breaths before they go, who are the people that are surrounding them? And woe betide them if they are in Nigeria and people are just bringing out their phones. So that's why I want to just, say a little on this topic. You see, life is a teacher. The more you stay, the more you are alive, the more you grow, the more you see reasons why, one, you should be humble. Two, you should be empathic. And in fact, invest in people. You see, growing up, most of us grew up with people that were not our blood brother or blood sister. And we never knew why our parents would take so much people or so much burden. Because now that I'm a parent, I know what it cost me to feed just 2 mouths, just 2 children, and plus me and my wife. So imagine in a family of 7 or 8, and probably maybe one is your child, the others are just maybe apprentice or maids and stuff like that. And you have to feed all of them. You have to cater for them. And not like you have so much money. But you see, human investment is the best investment. But what I'm saying with this, our new generation of Nigerians, most especially, is that people are becoming selfish. People don't want to take care of other people's sons or daughters. People don't want to be accountable to any other person except themselves. People don't even have the patience to relate or be in marriage or whatever. Everybody's just selfish. Everybody just thinks about themselves. Now, you will see people joy over or be happy that another person's property is being damaged. In Delta State, they just said some people's estates were just, destroyed. And you can see the owners saying prayers, cursing the governor and all the rest. If you have empathy, and you know how hard or difficult it is for somebody to put up a structure, right? Even if it's a small store, a small shop, a small stall, it's a small shop. You wouldn't have the mind to go and destroy somebody's whole building, right? And then people are quick to say, oh, you can't build on nothing. You can't get entitlement, like I saw one girl was saying on a video. You can't get a title and get a C of O on nothing. Hold on. So what do you expect the person to do? Most of the time, they are being approached as investors. Oh, come and buy this land. This land is available. They go ahead and buy the land, and then it works against them because of the system. Now, Nigerians carry this same attitude abroad, and that's why you hear stories of people patronizing people's businesses, and then next thing is turning into a drama online. And I think we should, as a people, start to introspect. And this is the problem that I have with people who say, oh, churches are this, churches are that. Because at the same time, these are the only moral institution that we have. When people sit at home on Sundays and refuse to go to church, what does that do to them? They decide whatever they like. They do whatever they like. And most times, human beings don't do things that augur well for the society or for the people, especially black people. Worst of Nigerians. They rather be selfish. They rather play high music or loud music to disturb you. They would rather do anything, to make you uncomfortable as far as they are comfortable. And these are the things we do, and when people tell us who we are, we don't even see it as a problem. Now, and so what? But it's sad. And I'm saying this to say, we as a people have a problem. Because at the day you will need that help, at the day that you will need some people to show some empathy, at the day you will be crying and shouting, oh, look at what I've lost, look at what have happened to me, you wouldn't want to get a cold feeling. I have a friend that is a nurse. He's a nurse, so. And then he says, you see, if you ever come to hospital and you are having to be treated by a black Nigerian woman or a black woman, well, specifically he said Nigerian woman, that you will have to face some, level of rudeness. And this is now becoming like, everybody is almost saying the same thing. That when they go to the hospital, our Nigerian nurses or our black nurses are very rude, especially to us. And that shows we don't have empathy for somebody who is sick. It's becoming a norm that people will come out and cry out that, oh, this person has done this wrong, this person has done me that wrong, and people wouldn't care. Even those that are being called out will just say, and so what? A society is made up of people, of individuals who allow certain things to keep flying, it allows certain things to keep happening, and they accept it and they don't challenge it. Same goes in our politics. The same thing you see with the people is the same thing you see with the people in government. No difference. Look at Wike and Fubara. Look at Obasanjo and Atiku. Look at Tinubu and Buhari. Same construct. Never meet eye to eye, never respect your predecessors, never work together as a people, never look for a common ground. Nobody cares. Worst off, they even challenge you with money. How much do you have? And then you come to the masses, those that are actually the very bottom of the pyramid, because the politicians are looting your money and they are looking after their children, and you will never see their children online shouting. You never see their children online claiming they have money, but they are the ones that have the real money. But at the same time, those that are supposed to be ganging up together to say, how do we fight these oppressors, they are rather fighting amongst themselves. Survival of the fittest. Hi Onyeka, hi Meg. So this is the problem. We need to show empathy. I did a live and I said, if you're a Nigerian, you are dealing with a mental issue already, just being a Nigerian. We need to hug each other. We need to show some love to each other because we are dealing with a lot. Just coming from that country alone, the number of WhatsApp group I get added onto, the number of people I will have to respond, no matter how little, because I understand their situation. There is no welfare in Nigeria. Somebody I know is sleeping in the church. No accommodation. Government doesn't care. You manage and gather little money, no mortgage, you build your house, no loans, and government will come and use bulldozer to destroy it. Not because they are giving you housing, not because they are giving you good road, not because they are giving you transportation, not because they are giving you power. All we see is wickedness at every level. And that's the same thing that you will see adults come on social media and begin to display among themselves. It's very sad. It's extremely sad. It's extremely sad. I had this song that somebody was doing because apparently Sarkodie Sarkodie released a song called Brag, where he mentioned Hi Everest and Chris Tucker. So Sarkodie was in that song referencing Wizkid and Davido. And one other guy on Not Just Okay on Instagram from Ghana was also doing another diss song. And guess what he called us? Called Nigeria a country of generators, because they have better power than us. What is Sadodera? My brother, is the amount of hatred we have for each other as Nigerians. Is the amount of I don't care, it is not my business, you can go to hell, you can go and buy. And people don't know that energies can you can get you, so you give out energy, comes back to you. So when you lay insults, lay curse, lay all this evil, and somebody brings it back to you, why not you keep that, Skepta said bad energy far away from you. Why not keep that bad energy far away from you? Why not be a people that always try to be happy? I mean, there was a time they said Nigerians are the happiest in the world. I think if they do the analysis again, I don't think Nigeria will come up tops anymore. Because we're now becoming a sad people. We're now becoming sadists. We're now becoming very angry. All the time we are always antagonizing each other, wishing each other bad, boasting amongst ourselves. Our governments, they lied to you. Who lied to me? Who lied to me? I mean, these are things that I'm seeing. We are not the happiest people. Thank you, Everest. I don't think we are. We cannot be the happiest with all these things. There's nothing to be happy about. Those abroad that their family are crapping and say, oh, my children are abroad. Look at what they are doing on Instagram. People's sons, people's hope, basically, making mockery of themselves. Women are being entertained by men. What a society. People are on the steady wishing other people wrong. You turn on the TV, you want to watch, what are you saying? Wike versus Fubara. Look at the presidency. Tinubu versus Buhari in the same APC. No joy. Wike versus Atiku. No joy. That's not how other governments work. That's not how other people work. Almost everywhere is problem. Our two biggest music arts, Wizkid versus Davido, fighting against each other, even Burna Boy and Monk. We constantly assume hatred, I want to bring him down, I want to bring him down. Where is the empathy? Where is the networking? I look at my people and I weep, and I'm like, nah. Are these the leaders of tomorrow? Are these the people that are supposed to be taking? Somebody said something, I think it was Tunde Not. Tunde Not have been on fire last few days, man. The way the guy thinks, his thought process, you will really like the way he thinks, right? So he was saying, they call you the leaders of tomorrow, but these politicians are actually studying their children abroad. And their children are the ones that are going to come and roll out, take over or run all these government parastatals. So there, as usual, give us an unworkable solution, low solution. I don't have a solution. Personally, I would want Nigeria to divide. Personally. Divide into multiple nations and deal your own issues out. Sort yourselves out. We are lying to ourselves that we are one. The hatred is so much. I've had some unthinkable arguments in my DM with people. Unthinkable. And you look at it and somebody will blatantly tell you an Igbo man can never be president. And you look at it and you be like, oh wow. You think he doesn't mean it? He means it. But the problem is not even Igbo man or not Igbo man. The problem is that we are now raising a culture of hate amongst ourselves. We lack empathy. Somebody will say, oh, That house is, yes, the house supposed to be destroyed. Meanwhile, what they're actually doing is advertising for their own real estate. They are happy that these other people's real estate or their competitors' real estate have been destroyed, and they're telling you, oh, I told you, you didn't do your due diligence. Come to us. Somebody's livelihood, somebody's, the whole, I mean, the one that I was on in Delta State, the woman was saying, this is my life savings. I just moved in. I saw another one, I think that one was in Lagos. The woman was saying she just moved in only 2 months. Nobody cares. A country without any welfare, a country without no housing. I don't understand. It kills me. Look at what these students did in America. Is it Columbia University or whatever? The impact of that small riot stopped what was going on in Gaza, not even against Americans. Nigeria, our youth are busy fighting. Just that I've not been on Facebook since I lost my Facebook for months now. But when I was on Facebook, Nigerians will take each other to police, lock themselves up, take each other to juju, throw themselves in oracles, and threaten each other. Igbos, I dare say as well. It's annoying. Yes, we are being dealt a heavy blow by the politicians, but they don't even have it all together as well. They are constantly living in fear. Dog eat dog. They don't know who to trust. Look at all the nonsense Wike did, only to come out and say, I made a mistake. And guess what Fubara replied him? May you keep making mistakes. Now Wike told him he's going to wait for him in 2027. Yes, politics is a chess game, but it is not to be dirty. You don't play dirty politics. Hello, Pastor Odera. Somehow, I am part of this mess. I cannot remove myself. That is the problem. Somehow, God allowed me to be a Nigerian. And like I said on Everest Live, I'm happy to announce my kids have got their Italian passports as well. So my kids are British, Italian, and Nigerian. The world is there for them. Yes, they will say, teach them Igbo, teach them this, teach them that. Other than this, your accent is soothing. I'm actually being sober. I don't usually talk like this. I'm being sober. It's annoying. Because if I could be the youth leader of Nigerians abroad, I wouldn't want so many nonsense that if I know how to hack people's phone, I would hack their phones and just make sure they are not able to turn on Instagram and be doing all the rubbish they are doing. By the way, Peter Obi went to Atiku yesterday. I saw that. What do I make up of that? I don't know yet. Uncle Sobalo, Everest, leave me now. Why are you entering me now? Why are you attacking me, Uncle Everest? Please. All of us cannot be mad. I'm trying to be the only sane person. Or maybe a few of us, Kid, Onyeka, Niyoski, those of us that are still not joining the madness. Men will come on social media and be entertaining women. I can't fact them. These are people that are looked up to run homes, run society, run communities. Yeah, of course. We're still expecting the merger. Let's see how that goes. But you know, Tinubu is a master strategist when it comes to politics. He has it all together. He knows how to do the bad side, the good side, the ugly side. He's there. All his tools are down. You don't hear the MC Olomos. You don't hear all the rest. Everybody's quiet. All of them are plotting. But one thing he got wrong is his ministers. People have told him, change your ministers. Your ministers are not doing nothing. All they are doing is pump. You see, more than anything is preparation. You have to prepare. Best practice now, boss that they call that kind of thing. My brother, In as much as I hate it, I'm a little bit entertained. It's like, whether we like it or not, we are getting entertained. It's like sitting down and enjoying some, like back in the day, like in the British era, what they used to do. I think even till today, but maybe not so much like today. Like they used to sit back and watch two guys go at each other. If you remember, like Game of Thrones and stuff like that, they used to like sit back, release two slaves to go and fight each other, and and they even bet money. Colosseum. What's that word? Please break it down for me. Everest, leave him to be dribbling himself there. You obedience are not talking anything. Obi does it good. So, they are entertaining us. But just that I feel sad at the same time that these are grown men. We could be networking. The other day I saw a video by Onyeka where he was driving a Maserati. I don't know if that was an advert. And I noticed that Onyeka, when he wants to come live, he will come with his second account. He doesn't come with his Onyeka. So maybe some dignitaries or business partners are following him on this main account. That's smart moves. Not too much loud talk. I have friends, yeah, I kid you not. I have friends like off this social media that are in this UK. When I place a call to them or when they call me, conversations we have are high top level conversations. I see the doings of people who are smart, who know the meaning of time. People who come to the UK not just for coming sake. People who are still going back to Nigeria to make a difference. And then I come on social media and see people, instead of bouncing off ideas, trying to look at ways to solve anything. It must even be political. It just, maybe deliberate on social issues, argue and cruise. I don't mind cruise or anything. But then you see people just being petty, being foolish, being sarcastic and all of that. It's just annoying. Whether the take home of this, your afternoon sermon, is that you admitted to enjoying it and entertained by it. So you are part of the problem. If there's nobody watching, they won't be doing it. One thing I won't do is give them money. Nah. But if you want to be fooling yourself, as much as I have time, I would. If I don't have time, I do better things with my life. But for every person, when I was in secondary school, we used to have one guy. I won't call his name. But he used to like to entertain everybody. For him, he thinks he's a strong boy. He can fight the teachers and everything. During our WAEC, he was busy fighting. Everybody was doing expo. Guess what? People passed because he distracted the teachers, but he failed because he didn't take his exam. So while you are whiling away your time, other people are working, making money, you are entertaining them. Tell yourself, I don't want to be an entertainer for nobody. But I have no issues with what I have issues with is the sanity portion they keep giving every day. These guys are the same, no data, no peace. I don't think we're on the same wavelength in terms of who Obi is as a person. I don't believe Atiku is a saint, but Obi, for I know, is a saint. Now, the best way to understand this is Alex Oti went for election 3 times. He got it at the 3rd time, and they got it through Labour Party. Now, because he's been in PDP before does not stain his character. So, give a man power, then you know the true character of the man, right? So, when you give Obi power, then you know if he's defined by party or not. Pat Otomi was on, was it Arise or Channels recently, and he said that the problem of Nigeria is party politics. We need to take party out. Let people run as an individual. You will know that P2B will not even meddle with most of these guys you see. He having to do that is because of the constitution and the way the polity is constructed. Because you can't run alone. You need a party. It's the party that wins the ticket, not you. Whether they see you for their boss life. Yeah, like I said, if it's cruise, if you are doing banter, it could be fun. We could all have fun, right? But when you are insulting people, personalizing things, right? You are actually demeaning that person, and you want people to actually hate that person. And I don't understand for whatever reason. You are not competitors, you're not doing the same thing. He's not blocking your happiness. You live in different countries. It's senseless. You're not even fighting over the same woman, to say the least. Other than we don't need to be on the same wavelength. So what I was saying to you, kid, is you can have all your friends might not be as holy as you are, but you can choose to be holy. For example, I don't drink alcohol. Most of my friends do, but they know, they will just laugh at me and be like, oh yeah, give him Fanta, he drinks water, you know. But that's me. So because I don't then drink alcohol does not mean if you come to my house and you want alcohol, I'll offer you. If I do my parties, I serve alcohol because I know you take it anyway. So if I don't give it to you, doesn't mean you're gonna stop. So what I'm trying to say in essence is Peter Obi can, yes, meddle with, even he was visiting Wike then now, before the election, he went to Wike in Port Harcourt, he went to Atiku and all the rest, or before he left PDP, probably stopped. But that doesn't mean or define that his character is evil. That's what I'm essentially saying. This thing don't start again. Let me bring you from the comment section. Speaking like a classroom teacher teaching theories. No. He has been heavily involved with Nigerian politics in terms of writing some of the, what have you, he's been very, very active. Many leaders have used both his knowledge, his expertise, and stuff like that. But at some point, at the end of the day, just like most of us, you give up on Nigeria. And that's, I think, what's happening to him. But Obi himself said he's not a saint, but we are yet to see anyone accuse him of embezzling funds where he was in government. Exactly, Onyeka. I don't know why people refuse to see that point, Peter Obi is the best politician in Nigeria in their shops. Well, it's true. It's true, but I kid you not. What's his name? Peter Obi is not coming to get money off of politics. No, Alex Otti said he's a billionaire. He doesn't need Abia State money. He's actually running Abia State from his house. He's not even living in the government house. So that really cares about the people. So we need to care about the people. Kid, good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up?
Adele, good evening, sir. The way I go to auctions biddings on cars is the same thing they are doing. Onyeka, don't compare your Everest, don't compare your business to politics.
So boss, I'll say a few things before I let you run the issue.
Yeah.
And please let me talk. So the first thing I want to say is this, and for context, there's nothing I want to say now that is not consistent with the things I've done, even in the run-off to election. And Everest can bear me witness. See, when they were contesting, those three people, I call them three thieves. That's why I called them when they were contesting. Obi, Atiku, and Tinubu. And the reason is simple. Obi was comfortable to contest with Atiku in the first time they contested. Atiku was not a bad person. People saw Atiku with Obi on the same ticket. They didn't have a problem with it. Now, Obi was in PDP till the week of their convention, and he only left when he saw that he could not get a ticket. He was comfortable dining with the thieves, the so-called thieves. So, believe me or not, I don't have a problem. What I have a problem with is giving those people the toga of corrupt and thieves, and then excusing Obi out of the whole thing is what I have a problem with. Believe me, I'm not a saint either. Where I have a problem with is when you brush everyone but in, when they are cool with each other, when Everest knows what I'm talking about. And that is why one of the reasons I started supporting Bongoli in the one or two election. You know why? Because every single person was bashing this guy. So why will you, when these people, the people that are competing, when they see each other, they are still cool. Why are you supporters against this guy? When Obi was still cool with Tinubu, when Obi is still cool with Atiku, people need to learn that relationships are different from political choices, and It's mostly these abroad people. You people are the problem. The way you see Nigeria people that are in Nigeria, you see them as less, and you can talk them down. You can talk to them anyhow. Meanwhile, you have people who live in your neighborhood. Yeah, your people who live in your neighborhood. You have your bro. You can sound this out with people who live in Canada. A lot of people don't agree with the policies of the present Prime Minister of Canada. But believe me or not, this guy, this guy, if he contests election to today, some people will still be thinking that, bro, why will you vote for this guy? But because we know how sacrosanct people's right to choose are, you will not call your neighbor stupid. You will not call your neighbor stupid, no matter how stupid the decision is making politically, because you live in an environment where you know that you must respect people's opinion. But you can talk down Nigerians because they want to vote for Nugu, they want to vote Atiku. It's their fucking right. I don't have to agree with it. See, all those nonsense during that election, no matter how people want to forget, me, I'll keep reminding them it was rubbish that people were doing during the election. The most you can do is to argue for people to come to your side, not to call them names for what they believe in. All right? See, the reason I supported Showore, I will tell you again, maybe I should repeat it again. You cannot be telling me that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, there was a break, but I
Yeah,
can hear you now.
yeah. Somebody was trying to call me. So you cannot be telling me that Obasanjo is bad, um, IBB is bad, and then every single one of these three guys went to them to get their blessings to become president. It can never make sense to me, bro. You can never tell me that you'll be cool with bringing people from PDP to join you to run your campaign for you, and then you think that you do differently from what they have done when you're calling them names. It won't make sense to me, bro. It will never make sense to me. And that is why me, I like Showore. Showore say, I cannot go to IBB that I said is bad. I'll be getting him his blessing to run for election. He said he can't do that. And that is the sort of things that, so if we want to say that we want a different, unless we are saying that, oh, we don't want, but as long as what I'm hearing from people's mouth is different, you cannot be saying you want to do things differently and be following OB that is one of them. That is the issue that I have with them. If you throw up, unless, don't say different, don't say you want change, don't say those kind of things. If you just want, oh, you don't want APC, it's fine. If you don't want this one, it's fine. But to now be hypocritical about it is what I personally will have a problem with. I have seen the way things are playing out now. Obi went to meet Atiku yesterday. They are cooking something in towards 2027. What it is, I can't claim to know what exactly it is, right? But even if it is to endorse, even if Atiku will not contest, I'm even saying that worst case scenario, the Atiku will just say, Obi, I want to support you, bro. Shouldn't we? And then people will now, once Obi say, oh, I'm going with Atiku, then Atiku's sin will be forgiven. Just like this guy's sin was forgiven. Immediately he started supporting Obi. What's his name? Doyo Kupe. Immediately Obi was supporting Obi. Immediately OBJ started supporting Obi like this. OBJ became a saint. You know what I'm talking about? I'm saying that we can't be speaking from both ends of our mouth. That is what I am saying, honestly. So, in my view, I'm saying that we should just stay one place and say, okay, this is where we are headed, and just go that direction and respect people's rights to do, because as long as that right is taken away, then there's a problem, you know. So that's a few things. Now, one more thing I would say concerning what is happening in River State. It is it is it
Yeah.
is it is it is I don't even know how to describe what is happening in River State. And people can be taking side. Even you, for the comments you are making, look at what Fubara is saying. And that is why me, I will never take side with any of them. You know why? I was not there. Nobody knew Fubara. It was Obi that brought Fubara. And I have no idea what kind of conversation went behind the scene with them. So you cannot be abusing Wike, and which is what I see people doing because they don't like Wike, abusing Wike and leave Fubara sing, because the two of them now, Wike Fubara is saying that he's going to probe the government. I laughed. I can't Agbala said, okay, were you not part of the Wike? Were you not the one that Wike was using to do all the things that Wike was doing? At the point, EFCC was after Fubara. I don't know if you remember. It was Wike that shielded him. Now, Fubara was saying something. I just have people don't balance their thoughts. When somebody is saying something, you will not think, oh, okay, these guys, if they didn't fall out, some of these things that they will not hear them. The only reason this guy is talking now is
Absolutely.
because, the reason this guy is talking now is because they are fighting. If they were not fighting, will he be thinking of probing Wiki? Now, this guy, Fuwa is telling us now that majority of the project that Wiki was commissioning, they were not funded. That
And we
there
both
are many
know that
deaths.
the probing trend is just to make us feel like something is happening because nothing will happen.
Yeah. So what are we talking about? So he was not saying that Jongu has matured. So what he's doing now is not because he likes the people of Rivers. No, he's just putting on fight for himself too. These people are fighting. The only time Nigerians should know that these guys only fight when their interest is not served. Period. It's not because they like us. Let me allow you to talk. If you have any question for me, you can ask.
Okay.
Um,
Everest, I will say, because I know you two are aligned. So what I will do is I will respond and then you come in. Yeah.
okay.
Kid, you said I shouldn't interrupt. That's why I gave you that run. Yeah. So follow me. I might ask questions, so you probably will have to respond. You know Dele Momodu, right?
Yes, sir.
And you know Dele Momodu and Tinubu were together when they were fighting for democracy. Is that correct?
Yes and no.
Thank you. Now, Dele Momodu has said many times on his lives that he's friends with Tinubu, but he can never align politically with him. You see, although it might not be common these days, but there are men of principle. There are men, in fact, when people were voting for Buhari, they thought it was the same Buhari that did that war against a discipline. So they voted
That was
for
actually
Buhari.
Diagbo, but go ahead.
Yeah. So they actually thought he was that disciplined. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that if you don't know the character of somebody, it's like when Stephen Akintayo was telling Show that he thinks if Peter Obi was there, people would have given him problems and he wouldn't have been as tough as Tinubu would. And I was like laughing. Some people don't know what it is to be a governor in Anambra State. My brother, you cannot come to an occasion and stand anybody down, stand anybody up. Anambra State was the first state a sitting governor was kidnapped. They burned down the government house. That's what Peter Obi inherited. And he managed that situation. There was Bakassi situation, there was armed robbery on which was very deadly. When I mean deadly, extremely deadly. He managed that situation. So why am I saying this? You see, there is something they call guilty by association, which is what we are reading.
It was government that kidnapped the governor, though. Look, let's be clear about that. It was because they were against him at the federal level, and Chris Uba and co. I just thought we should get our facts right. It was not that it was kidnapped by non-state actors. It was backed by people who thought they funded
No,
Chris Ndige's election.
no, I'm not arguing
Yeah.
who kidnapped the governor.
Uh-huh.
I'm only saying
So
that there
when you
is
say
already,
he inherited, he didn't inherit unrest. He
yeah.
was kidnapped by
There
those that
is
were
no.
monitoring. It was not unrest.
I was in Onitsha then. I'm telling you that Onitsha was in a state of like the whole everybody was in disarray. Nobody knew what was going on. There was no, there was no governor, so to speak. Do you understand? So you can imagine no government house, no governor being kidnapped. It was a mess. So he came in and managed all of that. That's why I wasn't saying who kidnapped him or who didn't kidnap him. I was just saying, look at what he came into.
He did not manage
Now,
anything. The unrest subsided. Immediately they were able to take out Ngige. Ngige was who they did not want in power. I'm just trying to say it. Bro, I follow Nigerian politics. Obasanjo and co. They funded Ngige's election. Ngige wanted to be with the people. He was not willing to give money to the powers that be, the Chris Ubas of this world. Go and fact check me. I'm not. That was what happened. So because he was not willing to fulfill his end of the bargain before he was elected, he had problem, and that was why in fact, as a matter of fact, the security that Ngige was getting at the point was from Okija, like it was from local security, were the ones protecting him against the state, Maybe I should mention that to you so that you can see what the context. So it was not that the state was in disarray. It was because the political godfathers were after the governor, and immediately they were able to take out the governor. That Obi took over. Peace came. Thank you.
Okay, so Peter Obi for starters was not in PDP, so he
Of
was
course,
not
I
doing
know that.
he wasn't doing the bidding of the godfathers. Peter Obi, secondly, did not inherit peace afterwards because it does not just stop with those political warfare. It's actually the criminality in Onitsha, in the criminality in Anambra State. Do you understand? He dealt with that, and if you ask him, he will tell you what he did specifically to target security issues in Anambra State. But let's not dwell so much on that. You see, why I mentioned these two names or give you these two examples is for you to understand that you could be a saint in the midst of thieves and still want to be a principled person. In every school, there will be that one lecturer every student knows this lecturer does not collect bribe, this lecturer will not, compromise. So that everybody does the same thing does not mean that will not be one person. That's why you have in Abia State, one person said, no, I'm not going to do this thing that other professors are doing. And that's why Abia State had Alex Oti to be their governor. So there's always a rule there's always an exception out of every rule. Do you understand? So I said this to say, right, that condemning Peter Obi because of his association, and I'm trying to let you know that sometimes because he wants to get into power, to make the changes or the intentions that he have for Nigeria, he has to play with the players. Had it been our constitution does not allow party politics, which is what Patotomi was saying today, that it could have been better for somebody like P2B to just win straight. But because we are now playing party politics, he has to play with these guys, these political gladiators. Now, having said that, it might not be very clear to a lot of people until such time or such opportunity arises. But another good example was Yaradua. Yaradua was brought in by the same OBJ, right? But Yaradua said the process that brought me to power was not credible. And he wanted to make it more credible. And he brought the best performing INEC chairman till today. So I am saying this to say, you could...
Odera, which INEC chairman are you talking about?
What's his name again? Kid, help me.
Jega.
The Jega. Do you
I think
understand?
wasn't it Jonathan that brought Jega?
Yeah. Whichever, but at the same time, you understand what I'm trying to say. He owned up. Oh, Maurice Yu, okay. He owned up to the fact that, okay, the process that brought me is not so fantastic. Do you understand? And he deliberately wanted to make a good change. So leaders can come into power and then show their real character. And don't forget, sometimes he might not even be the leader himself stealing. It might just be people around him. But Peter Obi says, if I don't steal, nobody will steal because I will make sure you don't. Do you understand? So people's body language, okay, look at what just happened. Jimo Ibrahim, a whole Jimo Ibrahim, a senator actually, went to go and run for another election, a governor of his state, lost in the primaries, APC primaries, threatened to take all the APC to what? To court. Now, a man that is also a professor came to boast to show that he's also a professor. If Jimo is saying he's a professor, I'm a professor as well. Now, Jimo rigged the election. That means you are what they call it in law again. You are indicting your own APC man, your own strong political holder of the same party, indicting the whole party and also indicting the whole INEC because you cannot say that let him go and check his elections that he also did the same thing to justify what Jimo Ibrahim is saying, which is you did not follow the due process of the party. So how does two
Anyway,
wrongs make a right?
Odera,
Everest,
let me
comment.
throw in a few things here, and I will let you go. Or I will excuse myself. And the reason why I'm saying this directly to you and to any Igbo person that is listening, I'm tribalizing the topic right now, okay? Because for some reason I don't know how or where we made this sense out of P2B, okay? We we're not only making him a saint anymore, we're actually making him a mini god at this point. Okay. What I have to say, or would like to tell my fellow Igbo people, is make up your goddamn mind. Okay. If you want to be part of Nigeria, you continue playing your part in politics, okay, to be part of Nigeria. If you don't want to be part of Nigeria and you want to fight for your Biafra, focus on that. You cannot 1 minute you are talking about Biafra. Right now, for the past how many years now, 2 years or 1 year plus, the push of Biafra don't die down small because P2B is like a scapegoat, like a replacement of that. Okay? If you want to be part of Nigeria, walk your way. Fight to be part of Nigeria. If you don't want to be part of Nigeria, if you want to be a Biafra, even if now your papa they bring out to come and run, just say fuck no. Okay? You cannot just be by the end of the day, if you realize that okay, P2B is not making headways or he's not heading anywhere, you will fall back to default and start singing Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. Okay? In my opinion, this is my opinion. I don't even give a shit if I'm wrong. I think P2B was just a tool that was used to calm the youth. Okay? Because I don't see a reason why somebody that came third in election is going to court telling you that he is going to get a mandate. I don't know anywhere. I can't even count up to 3 countries where it's possible to unseat a sitting president that has been sworn in already, appointed his ministers, appointed his lawyers and judges. Basically, you are going to court to go meet the chief judge that he appointed. It doesn't make sense. So if you ask me, I will tell you that P2B was just a tool. Okay? He was just used because the tension was high. Okay? I wouldn't be surprised even if he himself know what he's doing. I wouldn't be surprised even if he himself knew he wasn't going anywhere. Okay? So back to what Omoti has already pointed out. Okay? Odera, you cannot use a brand new piece of cloth to patch up an old piece of cloth and expect it to look good. Okay? You cannot tell me that somebody might you sound like a typical Nigerian that will say he got there by grace. May doctor that got to his position by grace operate on their father. May pilots that got there by grace fly you to where you are going to. Okay, that's what you sound like. You sound like a typical Nigerians that believe that somebody is not qualified to be a doctor, did not go to medical school, does not know shit, but he got there by grace. Make that person operate on their mama. You understand? You cannot tell me that somebody have all this pattern that is the same with every single Nigeria. When you go to TV, you remove your Igbo cloth and wear TV cloth. When you go to North, you remove your Igbo cloth and wear Northern. The same pattern. Then you went to people like one of the people we call evil till today, evil genius, Babangida Demanko. All these people where we feel say they are the main cause of our problem. You went to every single one of them. So what are you doing different that makes you a saint? You are doing exactly the same thing the devils and the wicked ones have done in the past. Yoruba we pick up a northern candidate, North we pick up an eastern candidate, East we pick up a northern vice. That's what you did. He did everything the same. Every single thing that they've all done, every single thing. He is a politician, not a saint. As a matter of fact, he's still learning. On the level he is now, maybe as a governor of Anambra State, yeah, he went from the bank to becoming the governor. Yeah, but he's still learning. All this, I carry my briefcase by myself. I no get land and I no get shoe. I no get belt. Fuck all that shit. I don't believe in all that bullshit. I saw a well that he commissioned in whatever the name is. He probably did not set eye from the beginning till the end of that. Let's just assume that he's our president. Now that kind of nonsense well he got a commission for us. Did you see the well or there? You didn't see it, yeah. You guys will see everything except that one. Me, Everest, we go there and ask them, what the fuck is this? Me, Everest. I will go there, Omoti, as a governor. will you commission that well or borehole or whatever the fuck that is in the north?
Okay, and that's the thing. There's one guy that entered here not long ago. The guy is always happy because he doesn't because I asked them, why will I be able to call out to Nobu? That place is here. I call out to Nobu.
Yeah,
I call
borehole or whatever that
and
thing
yeah,
is.
but and then once I mention Obi like this, the whole place will go on fire.
You know, me Everest, me will be Everest cannot commission that thing in my village. I cannot. That thing is like, in fact, it just better say we dig well for our backyard, carry rope and bucket the local way, or we just go to the stream and just go and fetch water. Which kind of borehole commissioning is that? So he literally flew from east to the north to go commission that thing. Is the standard of that thing different from the ones we have seen in the past? I mean, Onyeka, please answer me. Maybe I'm making it up. At the end of the day, the bottom line,
Everest, let me say something, please. Yeah. You see, sometimes,
and by the way, let me mention this before I forget. Anambra is one of the most unsafe states in Nigeria today. Bear that in mind. Go ahead.
all right. You see, Everest, sometimes I really wish Peter Obi did not denounce his British citizenship and probably run for something here like some of Nigerians do. We have Nigerians in government in America, in Italy, in, elsewhere. Even in the UK, Kemi, the Yoruba girl, she's working for the UK government, right? Because that's where Peter Obi belongs. You see, Stephen Akintayo said the same thing. He said that P2B might be too righteous for the
Did
Nigerian
you
setup.
did you say he denounced his British citizen?
Yeah, he said it. He has to. You can't run for Nigerian presidency and be a dual citizen.
So you're saying
That's not
Peter,
correct.
that is
That's not correct.
no,
Don't tell people. Don't misinform people.
don't bring that narrative. Okay,
What is correct?
Showere was in Nigeria for more than 4 years before he came back here. Okay, that tells me one thing, that he's a U.S. citizen. Because if he has a green card, you cannot stay outside the country for more than 6 months with a green card. So the
Um,
fact that he was just like my mom, the fact that you were there for 2, 3, 4 years before coming back tells me that you're a U.S. citizen. Now, Nigeria has you can carry dual citizenship, which is the same reason why Britain is not interfering in Nnamdi Kanu's topic. If Nnamdi Kanu does not have a Nigerian passport, if Nnamdi Kanu does not have a Nigerian passport, if he is 100% if he only carry British passport, then he must have. If he denounces Nigerian passport, which you have to do if you are going to the military in America.
Everest, read the comments. Read the comments.
Hold on. I will respond to that. If you denounce your Nigerian citizenship and only carry British passport, the Britain will intervene. But when you have a dual citizenship, you are obligated to abide by the law of the two lands. Okay, that's number one. Outside, then coming to Showere, Showere is a green card holder. I don't know where you get that from. I don't know whether he's a green card holder or not.
I
But
don't
what
think
I'm saying,
I don't think
I
he's
don't
a
think he's a green
citizen.
card holder because
I,
number one,
don't think I don't think he's a citizen. I don't think
he might
I
not.
think he never filed.
Okay, something. Okay, again, I don't know the
Everest,
detail. Hold on.
Everest. If you ask me
Hold on
something
before I
I
lose
don't
my thought.
know,
Hold on before I lose my thought. I don't know the detail, but somebody filed something along the line because as a green card holder, you cannot be outside the US for 365 days. You cannot. Okay, so while he was there, detained, held, somebody somewhere filed for something somehow. If not, he wouldn't be able to come back here
That's
because he
you
overstayed
are you are
his.
very correct. You are
So
very correct, Everest. He got the embassy involved at a point. In fact, the US wrote a letter. I don't know if you remember. There was a time that they wrote a letter to Nigeria, blah blah blah. So I think you're right. So they know he was not eating. It was not like he went and never came back. So it's a different case.
exactly.
Sure again.
So there's a circumstances surrounding his
Everest,
not being able to come back.
Everest, please, I would like you guys to allow me like 5 minutes to talk. Yeah. Now, I am somebody that like to inform myself before I come to public and make a fool of myself. Because that's what we be if I'm misleading people or misinforming people. You cannot run for the presidency of Nigeria as a dual citizen. And that's why when we were competing or when we were doing Clash of the Supporters under the Physics Live, one of the points we used against Tinubu was that he had a Guinea passport, which then went to court and they said that Keneko, the passport was expired and it doesn't matter, right? P2B did not have a British passport. His family might be British, but he himself had to denounce it. He has only one passport. In fact, his passport was even colonized and used by somebody, which is why he was arrested at some point when he was entering the UK. And he was
And
told that somebody was.
I really think anybody that their kids are not even Nigerian citizens is not a patriotic Nigerian. If your children are not Nigerian citizens, I don't think you are patriotic enough to even be a president of that country. Because
No,
you
one
don't
of
believe
one of P2B's child actually is a teacher in Onitsha. The other guy lives in the UK working
I
in the
don't
UK.
care if one of his children live in his village. But
So
what I'm saying is that there are people, other there are people from.
I've not made my point,
Okay,
Everest. There's so many
okay,
things
okay.
yeah, there's so many things you said that I really want to respond to. So I was going to the point whereby you mentioned Biafra.
Exactly, Indian killer. None of them is patriotic enough.
Yeah,
See, Odera,
so
if we all want to be honest here, the most qualified, the most true Nigerian, the most good guy among all these people, the only youth, because it baffles me how you guys got to be even youth. In America, he's a senior citizen already. Okay, the only youth among all these people in Ashore, that's the only youth. That's the only guy that ran his
okay.
campaign
Um
like
Everest,
he
again,
ran his campaign
you're not
like
allowing me to Everest, can you
you are
mute?
other than you a lecturer. I gotta go. We'll talk later.
Okay, okay, just give me just few minutes. I'll round up my
Right,
thoughts. Yeah. You
right.
see, the thing with Biafra is that Biafra or IPOB has been going on from 2014 till 2023. And what have they really
It
achieved?
has been going on since 1966. Correct
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Okay.
Then came Mazob and whatever. But Nnamdi Kano's IPOB started 2012, but then 2014 started making waves during Goodluck Jonathan, right? Now, at the end of the day, they've not, achieved much. And then when P2B, remember they don't allow people to vote in the East during Goodluck's time, right? But then during P2B's time, people said, okay, let's actually give P2B a chance. And people said, okay, since people are trusting in this guy, let's support him as our brother. Now, with what has just happened, there are still some Igbos who do not believe in the Biafra struggle. Some people still believe to be one Nigeria, maybe because of their business side, their marriage side. There's a lot of feedback, Everest, from your side. So there could be so many reasons why people don't believe in the whole Biafra struggle. So at the end of the day, we are here where we are, which is still one Nigeria, still trying to find a way to get P2B into power. And a lot of people know, it's very clear that Igbos alone or the Southeasterners vote alone cannot take anybody to power. So there has to be an handshake with other parts of the country, which is why you see P2B going elsewhere, trying to make a mark. I'm not invalidating that claim. So I think I've put those 2 points to rest. Now, Kate, what I've explained to you is what, of course, I'm going to summarize again. Somebody can be associating with people but not be as them. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, that does not mean that P2B is a saint. But amongst the three, somebody is better. If you check Abia State now, and check governorship of Ojo Zokalo, Okezi Bazo, and Alex Elti, if you really want to be honest, you can't say these are three thieves. If you really want to be honest, do you understand?
Other, other,
So,
you just repeated the same thing you said before. That somebody can be what again? How did you say it?
so somebody can be in the midst of thieves and still
Mm-hmm.
refuse to be part of them or
Okay,
be one of them.
okay. I gave you example and I gave you list. I gave you instances. I listed like maybe 5 things that the thieves that you mentioned.
And
been
I
in the past.
told you it's because of the party politics in Nigeria. You have to be.
But Odera, I gave you a list of 5 things that those thieves did that he's doing. So you
No,
cannot. How do you make this make
no,
sense
no,
now?
no. I'm trying to make it make sense. So the way politics works in Nigeria is that first of all, you have to win the heart of your party, and they will bring you out as their main candidate, which you then become their flag bearer, and then you go to the masses. So PWB has to do that internal politics first before he come out to the people. So when he noticed that he's not winning that, he left PDP and joined Labour Party. Do you understand? So now again, Labour Party is having issues, APC is having issues, PDP is having issues, nobody's a saint. So I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, out of these three devils, which is the lesser devil? That is what I'm saying. EFCT did a thorough investigation on all the ex-governors. They couldn't find anything on him. Globally, there's nothing
Odera,
wanting on this man.
Odera. So just for context, and always reference to what I said earlier. So gone are those days where, and I'll tell you my pain, Odera. Gone are those days where you basically will have just 2 people or 3 people running. I will not have options on the ballot. The last 2 elections have been different in that regard. We had options. Why must I pick from the 3 thieves when I had Shiwore and there was this professor too that is a young man, like 40 years of age, is a prof, was on the ballot. That is the problem I'm saying to you. That if you are claiming that, one, you don't want older people, and then you don't think that Tinubu, Atiku, that they belong, because if you want to be sincere with yourself, you put them into the same category. If you want to be honest with yourself, all of those people, you group them together. So if you are saying that you want a new order, picking from among those 3 is not a new order, in my opinion. Unless you are going, we can live in delusion and think that we want to believe. We can, in our mind, you can pretend as if that is not the case. But you and I know that is not the case. Or be out of those guys is not different, to be honest. So I'm saying that I would go with a Showore, for example. I say, and that the guy was very emphatic, and he
I'm
kept
going.
saying,
I'm going to ask you one
and
question, right?
he kept going and kept saying that I cannot go back to those people. Now that is number one. Now, in the case of dual citizenship, for the sake of our audience, Odera, the Constitution of Nigeria does not say that when you have dual citizenship, what it says is that if you have citizenship of Nigeria and it is not by birth, you now go to have another citizenship, you are not qualified. But meaning that if you are a Nigerian by birth, if you have another citizenship, you can qualify. Now you can be speaking from the angle of patriotism that, oh, if you are carrying the passport of another country, it means that you are not really vested in the country as such. That if you now have somebody who has, and that would be on the basis of patriotism and morality. But if it's on the basis of what the law says, so that I can go and reference later, it is Constitution Section 28 of Section 28 sub 1 of the Constitution is where you see what I'm talking about. So
Okay.
Section 28 sub
Um.
1 is what I'm talking about.
Um.
So you can have it.
Uh.
You have a question for me?
Kid, right? I have told you that this is one of the points. Ask Bongali. I'm not new to Bongali. We have a whole group run by Priye, African God. We used to be there. We have Okon. We still have Nonso Diobi. We have a lot of even celebs in our group. We brainstorm, had our meetings. We did our research. So believe me when I say we use this point against both P2B and Tinubu. The only person it didn't affect was Atiku. Nobody doubted whether he was citizen of UAE. But what I was saying to you was that Tinubu was said to have a passport that be like a Guinea passport,
Did you listen
which
to me at all? I
I
quoted Constitution. I just referenced,
understand. I
and I didn't reference
understand.
anybody. I
I know.
referenced the grand norm. That is what it
I
says.
know
The only thing you
that
can tell me is
particular
if
place you read. Hold on,
wait.
kid,
No, 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 no,
kid.
no, 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 no,
What
no.
you said is
No,
correct.
no, no, no,
Hold
no, no,
on.
no. Wait, Odera. I don't want you to quote me. I'm saying I quoted I'm not quoting anybody. I'm not even quoting Fanano. I'm
You
saying
are
that
you
Constitution
quoted a
says
section of the Constitution, right?
Constitution, yes.
And I told you that I know what you are saying. But then there is also an additional constitutional requirement that you will not have a dual citizenship. So what
Tell me where it
you are
is.
saying about place of birth is legit, but there's another additional one
Where is it?
of
Where is it?
you
Tell me, tell
cannot
me.
be a dual citizen. I'm
Tell
not
me,
a
tell
lawyer,
me.
I don't know. I am not a
Can you
lawyer, I don't know
imagine?
the
Bro,
constitution. But
everybody in
but
the year,
but
your guy they
but
talk.
hold on, kid, hold on. You are the one that was quoting constitution. Ask Bongoli. Bongoli knows what I'm saying. There was a time that this same point was used against P2B, and P2B came out to verify that he has only Nigerian passport, and that's why I keep saying this is the only country we have. Now, when it was even Femi Falana, SAN, that said that clarified that no, not even him. It was the Attorney General that said that the passport has expired. And when a passport is expired, it's as good as you don't have the passport, which we were arguing
Odera,
that somebody that belongs to a
Odera,
country.
Odera, hold on. Odera, passport is a travel document. Okay? You can be a citizen of a country with expired passport. That does not change shit. Hold on,
Thank you. But
hold on,
Nigerians switched
hold on,
it.
hold on. The only way your citizenship can either be revoked or denounced. Okay? If none of these two happened, forget about the expired passports. If my US passport expired today, I'm still a US citizen. I just don't have a travel document.
Correct.
Okay, so don't be mixing up two things. They blow grammar for waiting. Okay, if any of these guys has a citizenship of any country, I'll give you Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz that ran for president in America here. Ted Cruz was born in Canada. He was born at a U.S. military base, which is considered American ground in Canada. But he also had a Canadian citizen. It was during the election that somebody mentioned it. He filed the legal paperwork and denounced it. I don't want again. I not do again. So if your citizenship is not denounced or revoked, expired passport does not take away that from you.
So,
Okay, it only means that you
Everett,
cannot travel with that passport.
what you just said was our argument. But then the Attorney General came and supported Tinubu, his master, and then said that it's expired and it's not,
Whenever,
you can't use it to travel, it's not legal.
whenever you're having a conversation, other than let me help you help yourself. Don't be sounding too sure about Nigeria. You talk about Nigeria like everything in the book works. Okay, so
No. We know it
whenever
doesn't
you're talking
work.
about
Everett, what I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying. Kid is not in the know about this point. So I'm telling him that this thing went as far as national TV when they were trying to make sure, because it was even David Hundeyin that
Odera,
did this investigation.
national TV
Everett,
is the
hold
same national.
on. I am not arguing.
Odera,
I'm not arguing your point.
You trust these things too much that you make it look like we don't know what we are seeing on the street. National TV,
No.
now the same one where to say they
No,
don't kill
Everest,
anybody for
you are
instance.
not. I'm not arguing. You are even buttressing my point. What I'm saying, in essence, I'm responding to Kid assertion that he can be a dual citizen and be the president of Nigeria. And I'm saying, yes, it could have been the case in Tinubu's case because he has a passport that belongs to Guinea. But their defense was that he expired. So the argument then on TV was, if you have expired passport, are you still a citizen? Now, what he also read also makes sense because that's part of the constitution. You must be by birth, which I think is also in
I,
American law. Now,
I have a question for Omoti. Omoti might know more than me. I need to research this. Omoti, when you become a president, you automatically get a diplomatic passport to be able to go to anywhere in the world. After your tenure is up, do you still get to keep that passport?
I don't think they do. I don't.
you can because you are ex-president. You are still recognized in a way.
I don't.
I need to research.
Unless
I
they
don't know if
give.
they keep it.
Unless they give. Unless they give it, because I know that it was part of the conversation that ensued. Because I remember very well that at the time, I don't know if anybody remembers this. You know, at the time, they were one of the things that the APC were using against Atiku could not go to America, that they were looking for him in America. I don't know if anybody remember.
Right.
Yeah. So and then when Bukola Saraki now went there, they now said that it was Bukola Saraki, because Bukola Saraki at that time was the Senate president who had a diplomatic passport. They said that it was the one that took him with him as part of his entourage. So otherwise, I would have assumed that they will keep it.
Oh, somebody said
So
my cousin
somebody,
was kept there.
and Maybach
Okay.
still said there's a privilege for former heads of state. So even governors, it's only now that they are beginning to strip some of the
I know
benefit
there
in
are
Abia State,
privileges.
for example.
I know there are privileges. What I was asking about is direct, the diplomatic passport. Because, for example, if I'm gonna be a president or a former president, and I get to keep my diplomatic passport for life, and I can use it to travel to anywhere, who give a shit about Guinea passport will expire, or Guinea passport, or Congo passport will not expire? You understand what I'm saying? You know?
No, we're not talking about now. He's already a president. Of course, now he has immunity, he has power of incumbent in the next election. We're talking about when he was, trying to win the election. So that said, we still know some governors that when they finish their tenure, they fly to America and go and live with their family. So, and again, Everest, I agree to you when you're making that point. We need to find a way to make our politicians to bring all their families back home. If you want to run for Nigeria's election, don't keep your family abroad. Don't keep
You
your.
can't make it, no. You can't make people bring their children back home. Anybody can live anywhere they want in the world. That's not even the point. That's far from the point. Okay. The mayor of my city, I don't know where he lives, whether he's still in his house or not. I don't give a shit. As long as if there's a pothole in front of my house, if I call, somebody will come and block it. I'm okay. If the trash has not been picked up for a week, if I call, somebody will come to my house and take the garbage. I'm okay. Okay. Once the system is functioning, nobody care about whether Atiku meet Tinubu or Tinubu meet P2B and all those things. Nobody give a shit about all that stuff. Okay,
See,
so
the problem with Nigerians is
the
that
only
they have
the
a
only
problem with somebody like Peter be going to see an article, but they don't have a problem with all the other evils of the other. They just want to really
don't
equate
blame them.
Peter
I
B.
don't blame them
You,
because
They
people
just want to
you're not getting
equate.
it. This guy is not
They
getting
just
it.
want to
like you.
equate
I
Peter
don't
B
blame them
to
because
a
people like
Tinubu,
you.
although that you know
Odera,
that this man EFCC has not found anything.
I don't
Like
blame them.
Tinubu's bullion
People
van
like
case.
you,
Tinubu,
Odera has made P2B
Everest,
look
hold
like
on.
a
Everest,
saint.
hold on.
So I
Everest,
don't
hold
blame
on.
them.
Tinubu's bullion van case.
When you idealize P2B and make him look like a saint, if I don't
Um,
see him
Una well
coming out
done.
of
Everest,
a shower house,
Everest,
if I don't
Everest,
see him
hold
coming
on.
out of a shower
Una well
We
house,
done,
need to
my
allow
people.
Peter to
wait till
talk.
you see
Everest,
P2B for
hold
a
on.
shower house.
Everest, hold on. Everest, hold on. You
Yeah.
cannot equate. You can even when it comes to committing crime. All crimes are not the same. One will get you a life sentence. One
Odera,
will get you six
if you
months
see
parole.
me
Hold
coming out
on.
of a
Hold on.
shower
Hold
house,
on. Hold on. Hold on.
if you
Hold
see
on.
me
Hold
coming
on.
out of a
Somebody.
shower
Hold
house,
on.
if
Hold
I
on.
do
Hold
shit,
on. Somebody that
nobody
ran
will
for
call me a
election.
pastor.
Everest, hold on. Somebody that ran for election had FBI release files on the person. Has so many things about him in question, about names, about Amamata, about so many. And then you have somebody that is as clean as
FBI
snow,
is like a car
white as
fax.
snow, pure as snow. And then you want to equate it because they have to belong to a same party to run.
You like to
Peter,
blow English.
Peter says something.
FBI releasing fax is like a car fax. If I hit my car on the tree and report to the insurance, it will be in the car fax, it's reported. If I hit my car on the tree and go to Rodrigo's and fix that shit without telling anybody, it will not be there. Other when Nigerians relocate to America or Canadians, you are required to go and get your background check. You don't see who go there before we come back as a criminal. Everybody that go there to Alago to get the police clearance come back clean.
Everest, let's allow Peter to say something. Peter, go ahead.
Yeah. Una well done, my people. Yeah.
Well done,
So
brother.
then my take on this is that first of all, we need to understand the fact that all these politicians are the same. Abumoyi Igbo, but if you sit down and look very well, if una, these people have, like, they cook with one pot and eat from that same one pot. And I'll give you guys an example of what is presently happening in Nigeria. You can see the kind of demolition that is being carried out in Lagos. I mean, everybody is seeing it that it is going haywire on, now let me not just say daily basis, but let's just say weekly basis. Now, even in Asaba, some places are being demolished. In Enugu, the popular the main market is being demolished. And in Abuja, businesses, people established is spending millions of naira to, set running, and the government is, instead of building new factories or giving those people compensation, what they are thinking of is how to destroy or tell you never run a master plan. Meanwhile, all the same government will challenge them by previous administrations. Yes, every document. So in a even a way pattern from different, even from federal down to the local government. Hello, can you guys hear me?
And that's because of the president. Because all this nonsense did not happen
hold
during
on.
during Buhari's time.
No. See, understand the point. These guys are the same, whether Tinubu or Obi or Atiku. They are making you
I
and
want to
die.
ask you, Peter, I want to ask you a
Hold
question.
on, my brother.
Peter,
Hold on, let me
Peter, I
land.
want to ask you a question
Hold on,
now. They
let me land.
all of them are the same.
Yes.
Is Soludo, hold on now, is Soludo the same with Obiano and is he the same with Peter Obi?
Now, let me tell you something you need to know or understand. That thing is that these guys, they play this game of divide and rule very well.
Forget
How do they do
divide
it?
and rule. Okay, let
Hold
me ask
on
you
now.
another,
Let me answer
maybe a
you.
better
You ask
question.
me a
Hold on.
question. Listen
Is
first.
Alex Toti the
Oh.
same with
You ask me a question
Bazo
now.
and
Okay, continue. Continue
and those
answering.
Okalo? Answer me now. Just answer me and you
No,
continue.
I'm answering you. You are cutting me short. I don't need to start where you want me to start to answer. I will have to answer you. Then you have to allow me to land. Now, my answer and my point is that their foundation in their game, the police, by their I mean the politicians, their foundation is that they play this game of divide and rule. And what is that game of divide and rule? They use religion, tribe, politics, and party to divide you and I, Nigerians, fellow ordinary Nigerians. They make it look as if they are different. And I will give you examples to answer that question you asked me. All these people you are calling Soludo, Obiano, Ojuzokalo, Ikpeazu, what's he called? This guy, Oti. When this guy comes down next 8 years, another person will still probe him. So it is, they are the ones making it look as if this person
You
is a
guys are
saint, the other person is.
you are not
All
you are
these
not you
guys
are not
are the
answering my
same.
question. You are not answering my question. I asked you a very simple question. There is something called administration. When you enter government, you form your own cabinet, you deliver your own administration for 4 years or 8 years, you go. I can even give you an example with Trump's and Biden's administration in America. Do you say that these people are the same? I'm mentioning an Igbo state. Alex Soti, Okezi Bazu, and Uzokalo, the administration in Abia State, are they the same? Simple answer.
Oga, what I'm looking at as administration, Aboloye and Agola cabinet, what I'm looking at about physical, tangible, considering the resources
In that
allocations.
your metrics,
Hold on now, hold on.
with that
You
your
are not
metrics,
even
are they the
allowing me to
same?
land. My brother, calm down. Let's have a conversation. When I am talking, I should you should listen to me. When you are talking, I should also listen to you so that we can align and reason together. Now, I'm talking about what is the state of the economy before you met it as a governor, as a president. What is the state when you are leaving office as a governor, as a president? That is what I'm looking at, not just Nabia Kwozo, Tioko, Abido Hospital, Asigna Aruago Hospital, Moro. I'm looking at, are the lives of people better after you left? Or is it worse? It's like Nigeria's economy as it is. I not complain Mgbe
You
Buhari.
are not answering the
Hold on
question.
now. I
I
am
asked you
trying
a
to
simple
answer you.
question. On your own metrics, however you want to judge it, whether you are using that metrics or you are using road or you are any metrics at all, by any standard, would you compare and say that Alex Otis administration so far, 1 year only, and 8 years of Okezi Bazu and 8 years of Uzokalo are the same?
Brother, those things you are talking about, as I said, I'm looking at aftermath of today. All those people you talked about, can do the impact of their governance on the living standard of the people economically, both national, state. That's what I'm not looking at. All those things are good. their physical infrastructure. I'm looking at Kedu, like now, this year I'm in Lagos. You can compare Ambode with Fashola and this guy not there now. So what are you talking about?
Peter, hold on. Let me flip the question. Kid.
Hey, what's up?
The administration of Sanwo-Olu, administration of Ambode, and administration of Fashola, are they the same by any metrics you used to judge?
They are the same.
They are the same.
You don't
no,
see,
my brother, hold on now. Hold on.
Let me tell you something. Hold on.
I'm going to raise it. Hold on. I'm going to raise it further. The administration of Tinubu, the administration of Buhari, administration of who was the one before it? Good Luck. Are they the same?
Yes, and I will tell you why.
I wasn't asking you, kid.
So the three of them are different.
Thank you.
And if you ask me to tell you why for both of them,
no, these guys are making it look like I asked that question to say they are making it look like regardless of any leader we have, the outcome of Nigeria will always be bad.
Yes, we are bad people. Let me blow your mind, Odera. Hold on, Odera. Hold on. This is your platform. Allow us the conversant to talk. Let me tell you now. I'm saying it's threat like directly that even we that are not in power, we are bad people by virtue of what is happening in Nigeria in all facets and all sectors. Our problem is intrinsic. As individuals, even as followers, even before ascending any government post, we are bad, terrible people. All of us from A to Z. I may bold to say it that all of us, 200 million Nigerians, we are bad, whatever we are. That is it. That's the LCM, the simple explanation of us as a people, not just the leaders. Because the next person that will send that presidential seat and governorship seat, we do worse than all these people we are talking about. So what else are we talking? So let's start telling ourselves the truth. We have to reorientate ourselves and start having that humanity in us. We are selfish, we are greedy, we are bad people. Hoha.
That was why I had the topic.
You know what I'm saying. So you can't just say...
Peter, listen. Yeah, that's why I had the topic I had today. Do you understand?
We lack empathy. We lack humanity.
Because as in your job for Blue Menana, when evil lasts for so long, it becomes normal. But we know that even though Sodom and Gomorrah was bad, there was a lot.
They are just in the minority. The good people in Nigeria.
Now you're making my point. So I know that all of us are bad, but there are people like me. There are people like people.
You are in the minority, my brother. You are just.
I know we're in the minority, but what I'm saying is that what does it take to make a change? Singapore was changed by one man.
We need more work. Thank you. Let me answer you. What it makes is that you need more effort. Like it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle for that small fraction of minority to make that change needed. That is just the truth. I am a blunt person. I don't spend words.
No,
I say things as they are.
I agree. But you cannot tell me that the administration. You cannot tell me that the administration of P2B and what's his name, Mbadniju,
Peter is part of the 1%, brother. We are talking about Peter is part of the 1% that are good. P2B is part of the 1% that are good.
Thank you. Now you are talking. Now you are talking. Now, when people like Everest come and make mockery of an effort of an individual that does not get the same money that ex-governors get, because he said he doesn't want it, not because they made a law like they made in Abia. He said, I don't want it. And still from his pocket, give 10 million here, 20 million here, whatever, finance all those kind of infrastructure in the north.
Guy is in a world of his own.
And then you know that there's some places that if you go to drill borehole, I'm from Enugu, so I'm telling you facts. If you want to drill borehole, you won't get borehole, right? But you can get well. Am I lying?
Yeah.
So maybe that was the challenges these guys had, and they had to settle for well. I don't know the type of engineers that was there, but they have to be locals. Because you won't carry an engineer from Lagos to start going to the north to go and drill one borehole. Now, eventually, he wasn't there supervising. He came and saw what was there, and he had to commission something anyway. This guy has gone ahead since all those criticisms to say that he's going to try and work with other Nigerians and partner with people to do 200,000 boreholes. People didn't even care. They just focus on that particular one well. You see, if we have this attitude, which we are exhibiting now, and I'm Peter Obi now, or I'm Peter Obi's child and I'm watching, and hear what people are saying about my dad, with his good conscience, with his good mind, with his good servitude, I will tell him that he can sit down and leave this idiot, let them suffer. What is our problem? And this is why I have a problem with Shehu Kuti. He will sound so brilliant, make one point, and then tarnish Peter Obi in the next. I'm like, how can you be criticizing Yahya Bello and all the politicians and also criticize Peter Obi? And you say he put his money in the Fidelity that is his bank.
Odera,
Then Peter Obi first of all resigned from that bank.
Let me come in.
See, Odera, I think this our conversation on Instagram and on that platform should progress from now towards looking at our children. Like, what are we going to leave out for them?
Children don't have that problem because most of us that are born in abroad, honestly speaking to you, most of us that are born in abroad, with the way things are going in Nigeria, I don't know if you notice, most people are not going to be able to send their children back home again for all those less than them. So that because Nigeria now is becoming worse than abroad. Culturally,
Nigeria is a crime scene. Let me blow your mind, brother. I came back to Nigeria last 2 weeks to supervise my one of my projects. Like, I'm still in Nigeria now. I wanted to spend like 2 months, but man, the kind of rubbish, you can see that the government, it's not that the government does not have money, but they are busy finding ways to make people poorer, cripple the economy poorer. I mean, it's crazy. You see people, as in, it's so messed up. You know, so my point is that it just takes, if there's a miracle that God will do to repair Nigeria, but if not, apart from miracle,
when the only moral institution we have, which is the church, we are fighting down the church. If somebody does not go to church,
you want us to go that route, brother?
No, hold on. I'm coming to a point. Hold on. I'm coming to a point. Yeah. The only, I'm not saying that church is fantastic in Nigeria. I'm saying that is the only moral, as in our children don't go to school anymore. You can see it with JAMB, 1.6 million, getting under 200. So what is your medical, what is your pharmacy, what is your engineer student going to get? When I got to 200 and something, 56, and I was not even able to make cut off of medicine then, because UNN will go as high as 280 or so. So to let you understand what is going on. So the only moral institution that we have, which is the church, we are now demoralizing or demonizing it, right? Which may have some evidence for that. But at the end of the day, that means people will sit at home on Sundays. They won't have a football to go and watch like those in the UK that probably have Premier League. So what else do you want people to do? People will be masters of their own self. People will be doing whatever they like.
So you said something about Shehu Kuti, and I thought that was uncharitable. About saying that Shehu Kuti will sound all brilliant and everything. First and foremost, the moral compass of everybody is different. So Shehu Kuti's standard of what an equitable society should be, or what moral justice should look like, is different from yours. For you, you might think that somebody who takes the money for the state and put it in a bank where he has interest is not an issue. It might not be an issue for you. It might be an issue for Shehu Kuti. And saying that, why should I, if I cannot vote for Tinubu that he considers a drug lord, and somebody whose identity is questionable, who has so many question marks around him, you see what I'm talking about him, who has question marks around him, he cannot vote for Atiku, who he considers that, even his own boss wrote so many uncharitable, unprintable names about him in a book, My Watch, that Obasanjo wrote. Even though the Obasanjo himself, because of his own personal stuff, he was trying to undo the things he said about him. Now, are you listening to me, Odera? Now, if he finds it difficult, I don't think it is wrong, because Obi will not tell you that he didn't put.
Listen, because of Obasanjo. What Obasanjo did to his family, that's it. Let's be honest. There is nothing correlating to his Obi to Yahya Bello.
Let me land.
He just hates Peter Obi because of Obasanjo endorses him. That's it.
Let me land. I'm not saying to you that Obasanjo and Peter Obi are linked. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you
No,
is that what I'm
to
saying to
Sheung
you,
Kuti, he hates him because of Obasanjo endorsing him.
Don't use the word hate. Don't use the word hate because you are not in his mind. See, when people are saying things, the only thing you can do is to put what they say on face value and deduce logic from it, not emotions. So, Sheung Kuti said to you that Peter Obi put the money of the state in a bank where he has interest. You have not disputed that he's lying. The only thing you are saying is that his own sin is not as much as the sin of Tinubu and Atiku. That is your defense. Sheung Kuti said that, listen. Sheung Kuti said that Peter Obi, when he was governor, he did not conduct local government election throughout his stay, right?
That's a
You have not
lie.
come back. Wait.
No,
He did
that's a
not.
lie.
Calm down.
He has already. Yes, yes,
Calm
he's
down.
reported that is a
Don't be
lie.
emotive. Don't be. See, Google is very straight. We can Google now. So you can say that, oh, he's not as bad as other people. That can be your defense. But people cannot say that. Why will I go for a lesser evil when I have on the ballot somebody who is good? You know that's an argument. Why
Now,
will I compare?
now,
Wait.
now, hold on.
No,
Now,
yeah,
hold on,
let
hold
me
on.
know.
Okay, let me.
Why will I say, oh, Peter Obi, yes, even though he's not as bad as Tinubu or Atiku, which is the problem that I have with that election. Oh, yes, even though he has some people around him, he has what's it called? A lot of other people, strange bedfellows that left PDP and APC, those who are disgruntled, they came to come and meet him, and they are together, and they're going to form cabinet together. Why will I go for him when I see a Showore who is saying that I cannot work with people who are tainted? I can only work with people that I know that if you set them, there is nothing. Peter Obi ask Pandora paper if you don't know.
Hold
Pandora paper, his name is
on now. He
Pandora.
was cleared now. He
Who
was
cleared
cleared now. What are you
him?
saying?
Who
Pandora that
cleared
was
him?
very famous.
Who
He
cleared
was
him?
cleared.
Who cleared
Was
him?
there any indictment? Was there any conviction?
Listen, calm down. Pandora paper is not for indictment. That is not. It's not for you to go and take someone to court.
There
That's not
were
what it's meant for.
so many names
It's not even
mentioned
a
there. Was it
wait
only Peter
now.
Obi? Was it
Wait
only Peter
now.
Obi?
Pandora, wait now. Pandora, Baba, calm down. We have Pandora paper is not. Let me tell you, Pandora paper is not what a court is using. No, Pandora paper is more like naming and shaming. That is what Pandora paper is about. It is not a legal document. It's not what you are taking to. It is always a naming and shaming tactics. That is what Pandora paper is about. All right. So I'm saying to you that why will I go with somebody who has Pandora paper around his neck, because when I have
What I'm
somebody who does not have
saying is
something,
that every allegation till today, Peter Obi clears his
uh,
name.
uh,
There is
oh,
no single dent, including the Pandora paper.
including the
Now,
money
somebody can make
in
a
his bank.
publication on
Wait,
you and still withdraw.
including the money in invested in his bank. What about that one?
Now, you mentioned the bank, and what did I tell you? I said even before he accepted to run for office, he resigned. Peter Obi said him going into politics made him poorer. Do you understand? Now, what you guys are referencing, which I understand your point, is conflict of interest. Why would you put money somewhere probably you were one of the executives before? Maybe you still have friends there. Maybe you want, to put. But then his response to that was that he didn't know he was doing anything wrong. Second off, the accusation is not that. Hold on, kid, hold on now. Hold on. Second off, he did not put just infidelity. He put in another bank.
So,
And all these bank managers said that this money we are secure. It wasn't audio money. So now, hold on now. I allowed you speak.
with due respect, I probably know Obi more than you. Obi was the president of the Nigerian Stock Exchange at the time. I know Obi very well. And that time I was a dealing clerk of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Obi was very by the way, Obi get brain. Obi, you know me, I won't talk down people. Wait, Obi, see, being on the board of so many companies, listed companies, is not a beans. You must be doing what is right. Your brain must correct for you to be able to do that thing. For you to know what I'm saying. Obi knows corporate governance. So don't tell me Obi does not know what he's doing. You know he was
Did
wrong.
you realize that I said it's better to bring one of the lesser devils? Did you hear when I said it? Do you understand that I'm intelligent enough to know that there could also be what they call white paper crime or whatever they call it? Yeah. So I am not disputing that fact. But listen to me, there's something that Sean wrote on the comment section that if somebody stole a TV and somebody robbed a bank, that's to me, okay, will you equate the two? When you go to court, is there not levels of sentence depending on your crime? Make it make sense. Are you a sense? I mean, kids, you owned up that you're not a sense yourself. So who else wants to run for government and see all those money and don't touch it? This guy proved that he kept money. Now, Shehu, in his rightful stance, said that he's criticizing everybody, and mind you, he's not exonerating anybody. Now, I want to put something out here. Since I started commenting on politics, since 2014, I've been very active on politics, both on Facebook and anywhere. I have never criticized Shehu. I've respected any single voice against the system. From FFK before he joined them, because Nigeria is before you, if you cannot beat them, you join them. From FFK to Sowore to Nnamdi Kanu, anybody that has spoken against the system, I respect that person. So for me, it is not me antagonizing Sowore. I've never said anything against Sowore. If Sowore wins today, if Osibanjo wins, if what do you call it, P2B wins, we know that we can go and sleep and leave politics. You think I enjoy talking about politics? It's not the Tottenham that is playing and I'm praying that they will win against Man City. And I'm here. So please, all I'm trying to make you understand is...
Man City is going to win. I'm watching it though. Man City is winning. I'm watching it.
Oh, look at that. Tottenham will lose fail us.
Oh, now they finished first half.
Yeah, the match is on. Yeah, go ahead, Dr. Osi. Who left then?
I came up here because I have issue when people talk about where P2B gets money and where he didn't keep money. Because I don't even know why that should be a problem. How about other governors?
People are stealing money. Others are saving money. You are against those stealing. You are against those stealing.
How about other governors that never...
You can't be painting everybody with the same brush.
Like, the question is this. The man kept money. So wherever he kept the money, to me, it doesn't really matter. What matters to me is that money was kept somewhere.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
Wait, please, one at a time, please. I'm telling my mic when you guys were speaking. Money was kept somewhere, and the money was released to his successor. So whether the money generated interest or it didn't generate
interest, or it's for the money in the bank,
left office without even giving account of whatever happened during their 8 years of governorship or whatever. But this man left which the president governor now cannot deny that amount was left for him. So I don't know why we bring issue that doesn't really matter.
The money he left, they used to build
really
airport.
It doesn't matter. And again, we should be considering about the chances of Sowore becoming Nigerian president. If he asks me, I will cast my vote over and over again for sure. But what is the chances of Sowore becoming Nigerian president among these men? So that's what we should be talking about. So if his chances of becoming Nigerian president is very low, then we have to go for someone who we think that can compete with this man. So let's start talking about Sowore. We all know that, yes, if Nigeria has a working system, if people's votes matters, Sowore is the right person. But I don't see him becoming Nigerian president. And that's why they keep dragging him left and right, north, south, west, east. It's not possible for him to become Nigerian president in a situation whereby you have how many states in a country and you are getting 30,000 votes.
Dr. Osi, I will not say never. I will not say never. All Sowore needs is somebody like P2B to come and say, this is the man, go with him. And then get the backing of Atiku. And see, all we need is one voice, one united voice, and the front Sowore, people will go with him. But the thing is,
we all know that he's the most competent, outspoken, intelligent, smart, but what are his chances? So me, I'm from Imo State, whereby our governor could not even account of what happened. Rochas Okrocha could not even account of what happened for 8 years. And you are now comparing him with a governor who left a certain amount for his successor. Man,
no,
I beg, let's get this
right.
Fair.
Can I say something though, guys? Sorry, I just came in.
Fair.
Good day, good evening.
Please,
good
honestly, guys, anything you are saying, just think if P2B is watching this live, how would they feel? But we have a position of fighting those that are fighting for us.
Can I say something, guys? I'm gonna take it from where the last speaker, the gentleman that just speak now, and a couple of things that I said I totally don't agree with. See, I think the moment where we start thinking that someone, let me go this TV, that someone who kept a money of a state that is probably meant for a specific budget allocation or for some infrastructural development within the state, that he kept it in a bank. I mean, me, I'm not bothered whether he's the head of the bank or he has conflict of interest. The moment we start thinking that it's okay and it's better than someone that looted or stole the money, it means we already have a fundamental problem in that country. The way we reason was right and what is wrong. Okay? There's a reason why all over the world, if you are going into a administrative post, they call it public service. You are there to go and serve the people. Okay? You have an ideology on how to run things. When Peter Obi was running for the governor of a state, was his ideology based on the fact that, oh, your money for this state, so I will keep it in the bank, and then we watch it grow with interest? Was that what he was saying to them? So your job is a public
Yeah, that's
service.
what he was saying to them. He's saving the money.
Bro, I don't know much about the Nigerian politics, but I can guarantee you that it never run
Even Okonjo-Iweala was telling the federal government, let's save money. They said no, they were squandering it.
Bro,
During good luck time, there was boom. Boom.
Bro, I'm gonna use a broad analogy. You do not develop a country or a state by saving the money. You put it on
you have foreign
you
reserve.
don't Odera. You know say I did inside UK government. No, you don't argue this one with me.
I'm asking you, forget UK government, because hold on. Sean, give me 1 second. You will continue.
Let people talk.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
See, there's two schools of thought in politics. I'm not using Nigeria analogy. I'm using UK to be specific. There is a school of thought that believes that you cut government expenditure and that's how you move your country forward. There's another school of thought that believes that you invest in infrastructure, and then when you invest in this infrastructure, there is infrastructure will create job opportunities. These job opportunities will put more people into labor force. Then you tax them, and that's how you put money into the pots. There is no government school of thought that says money where we supposed to use to do road, though, that this road will bring more trucks, we can use it to deliver goods to different places, market people will be able to get their foods on time. Then
excuse me, sir, can I interject you?
Please do that. Please do.
Okay. If you were giving two people, right, and one saved a certain amount of money without embezzling it, and you were giving another person who actually had privilege to have that same amount but could not save it, neither did the person use it for any project in the state, who are you going to go for? Who would you go for?
Can I answer your question?
No, this is just a direct
answer.
Who would you go
and I'm going to give you a direct answer. Me personally, knowing who I am, I would rather abstain from both of them. There's something that is called abstinence over here.
Kidding me?
I am kidding. I'm not kidding you.
Doctor, let me ask him in a different way. No, Dr. Osi, bear with me. Sean, do you know that what Peter Obi did is what your banks are doing to you? So you have capital, you save it in the bank uses it for his business, makes like probably 20% when they borrow you money or 35% APR, whichever way they want to borrow that money, make that money, give you a mega 0.1 or 0.5%, right? So what Peter Obi did is what they call white collar crime. So whether you look at it that it was conflict of interest, which of course me and you know, I also work for public this thing, so I know what declaring public of what do you call it, conflict of interest mean. But then he said that at the time he didn't know it was wrong. He didn't even understand what conflict of interest was. But then he saved in 2 banks. Do you understand? Now, if you argue that what he saved in Fidelity could have favored him, maybe. But what of the one he saved in Zenith or the other bank? Now, what I'm trying to say is that the lesser devil, let's say he committed white collar crime, but then somebody don't even give an account. Okay, Zipazo signed 10 billion naira to an airport that is not even existing. The land was not even cleared. How can you compare the two?
Do you want me to answer?
How
Nigeria.
can you equate? How can you bring Tinubu on the same pedestal with a man that is using his private money to finance what he's
Odera,
financing? And
wait.
Tinubu is using
Oh
his
my God.
money to throw around and
Bro, I
please,
was a
Nigerians
student
have
when
sense.
Odera, wait. I was a student in Nandazikwe University when P2B was a governor. Who told this man that the man never carried any project in the state? Who beat Anambra State University from Muri
No,
and relocated them to
let's
Bariari?
assume that Tinubu's
Who
IGR
relocated
generation in
Anambra State
Lagos.
University
Do
to
you guys
Bariari?
understand that IGR
I
is
don't
taxing the
understand.
people?
This
Do
man,
you
you know
understand that
how many projects that
P2B
is
not
executed
taxing the
in
people
this
was to save the poor?
Ondera, you see how I don't interrupt anybody. When I talk, please, I don't want anybody because I
we
feel
miss
like
our mic.
I don't we are in our mind, but I feel like we shouldn't interject each other because that way people who are listening to us can obviously draw their own conclusion based on this conversation we're having. Let me pick up what Odera says. You are likening what Peter Obi did to what the banks are doing, and it's totally false. You know, I wish Jay was here. Jay can educate you more. What banks
I
are
think
doing,
Jay is here.
what banks do is this: if you have money and you save your money in the bank, first of all, your saving interest is different from a loan interest. Bank will use your money, they will loan it to me, they will loan it to Dr. Osi, and they will loan it to my brother here. We all of three of us, we are going to pay different. We're going to pay interest. Sometimes the interest will be different based on our credit score, and that's how they make their money.
But there's a
Okay.
minimum.
So what Peter Obi is doing is you cannot equate it to that because he's just saying. But here's the problem that I have that I want us to think about. The way I always look at this thing is this: the moment Nigeria will be great, irrespective of whatever tribe you think you belong to or you are in, is when we start seeing these people as public servants that are meant to serve the people rather than seeing them as a messiah, as a Masonic hero, which is the problem that we are having in that country. Because here's one thing you have to understand. You will understand this, Odera. I don't know if my other brothers are in America, but you will understand this. When Rishi Sunak wanted to become a prime minister, his wife was exempted from domiciliary tax. She was the daughter of a multi-billionaire. She was lying that she was living in India. As a result of that, she was not paying tax over here. And you know what they did? They actually told him that before your husband can even sniff the post of this prime minister, she needs to pay everything. Remember, it's not Rishi Sunak that owns this money, it's the wife. They said you need to pay everything to the penny. And that's what the wife did. So the moment we start, because what we all like to do is we all like to cause corner like, this one no bad pass this one is good, that bad is bad. Listen, like I always say, you've heard me say it before, there are some jobs in this life here that you cannot have bad eggs. As I did now, no matter how patriotic I did, I'm not going to go on Airpeace and Airpeace will announce that, oh, all our pilots are very good, but we have bad eggs that doesn't like to land the plane. I go come out for that plane. Okay? I'm not going to walk into a police station and they will put there like, oh, all our police men are very good, but we have bad eggs that likes to kill and beat the hell out of the black people. I go come out for that police station. These people are public servants. We have to have a standard that we use to measure all of it. Listen, this life is not complicated. If you know that you are gullible or you have the affinity to steal or loot money, don't go into public service. You can do something else. You can be
He
a private
saved money, not loot.
Baba, whether he saves it or whether the money was not meant for saving, the money was meant for a certain project and he decided to save it.
No, money is not meant for a certain
What
project.
project was that?
Excess was
What
saved.
project was that?
Do you even realize what you are saying?
No, what project
Sean,
was that? Let's take this
let
one
me,
at a
okay.
time. What
Doctor,
project
give
was
me
that?
1 second because I'm in the UK as well. Let me educate Sean.
Okay, educate
So,
me, please.
Sean, in the UK,
Hmm?
right, Indians have the same policy we have, which is they don't accept dual citizenship. In fact, for Indians, it's even worse. Not just their political leaders, every Indian, they don't accept dual. So, for every Indian that becomes British, you have to denounce your Indian passport. So, because this billionaire's daughter of the wife of Rishi Sunak, of course, doesn't want to lose her Indian passport, she's like an abode. She takes UK as a place of abode, sort of, yeah. And she was keeping her Indian passport. Now, when she wants to, of course, go into such a sensitive position as the wife of the prime minister, of course, maybe conversations about it became a news, it became an opera, right? Now they have to make her a citizen, and that means, of course, you have to now start paying tax here. Because before she could evade the tax and say she's not a citizen. Now you have to pay the tax to the UK government, and that's exactly what happened. So what I'm trying to say is that you and I know that the Barclays brothers bought an islet, and they don't pay tax. You and I know that most businesses, of course, use expenses to claim so much of the tax. So the people that actually pay the tax are the people at the bottom of the pyramid anyway. They support businesses and all these oligarchies. So what I'm trying to say in essence is we understand white collar jobs. We understand tax evasion. We understand 50 Cent going bankrupt even though he's a billionaire. We understand all of that. Even Trump does it. But what I'm saying is when you come to public service, you might not be a cent, but at least if you are better off than the others, if you have an edge, let us choose you. I might not be a cent, but if I don't steal as much as others, if I have a little bit of empathy, choose me over Sean. That's what I'm saying.
You can never see a public servant who is a cent.
Yeah,
How is it
let
possible?
me bring I don't know if he's still here. Okay, he hasn't sent a request. Yeah, go ahead, Dr. Osi.
Okay, Bongoli is here. Now as you said, man,
I'm even trying to bring John,
can't see
but
a
I
public
don't know.
servant who is a saint. Never. Like you can't just come here and tell me that. But again, I don't know who told people that P2B saved the money that was meant for some certain projects. I don't know, man. What project was that? Can you just tell me one? Because when I was there, the man actually did something, but it's just that he caught the cost of governance. That's why he was able to save that money. It's not that he was saving the money that the federal government was allocating for Anambra State governor. He cut down the cost of governance, which he kept saying that number one Nigerian problem is the cost of governance. And I totally agree with him, whereby all the 36 states has a house in Abuja called Abia State House, Imo State House, but the governor is living in Imo State. And they have a house in Abuja, so people are occupying that house and they are using it to embezzle money. And you're not telling me that someone who was able to save his own just because he left it in one bank like that was the crime that he committed. I don't agree with you guys. Chitobi did something. He built Anambra State University that was like a glorious secondary school in Wuli. He brought them to Bariam. He built Anambra State General Hospital opposite Unizik site. A lot of things that he did. Unizik never had a pharmacy school in Agolo. He was the one who built it with Juhel that owns the pharmaceutical company close to Unizik there. This man did a lot of things. I'm not from there, but I can tell you things that I saw that he did when I was there as a student before I left there. So you guys shouldn't be saying this thing that he saved the money, he couldn't do a project. Okay, now the person that succeeded him, what has he done with the money that was given to him and the one that he has generated since that time that he became the governor of Anambra State? What has he done so far? Since we are blaming the one who saved for the state, so the one that took over from him, what has he done? He has been getting allocation for the federal government, right? Coupled with the internal revenue of the state. So what has he done? Can you tell me?
I don't know how people don't see the good in the man. Honestly speaking, it baffles me. P2B built a highly quality in fact, that road there, you see that lane from that bridge, that head bridge, all the way to after Ampo was built by P2B till today. The highest standard of road. Not be all this one where Soludo go build now. The thing will just begin the break from the side. They go to build road without gutter. P2B created roads, access into all the. That's why Anambra said now you can drive in between all the villages, all the towns, with GPS. Everywhere is starred. Of course, in Gigesere some work, Soludo is still continuing on that, but P2B did a lot of work to join all these communities. Raised the HDI, implemented the Millennium Developmental Goals to the point that he was receiving an award for even Melinda Gates. Everybody won the best governor in the whole of Nigeria. So we cannot be equating people that steal from us and equating them to people that saves our money.
Honestly,
it doesn't make any logical sense.
I've embezzled that money and nothing will happen. You drag you with ESCC after 4 years, everybody you go.
And
But he said,
I appreciate the argument about Sowore, but Sowore have not even had any political post before. Not even local government chairman. So we've not tested him with public money yet.
again, see, that's why I find that we support Showore because he's younger and everything. He still has his own indictment. You remember that Showore was accused of embezzling his party money, that he was living in a hotel, that he was spending how much on monthly basis. Did you not hear it? This was for his own party.
We're not
expecting
a
account of anything to anyone, that he was the one controlling the party money, using it to stay in a hotel. They say he never lived in his own house throughout his stay in Nigeria. He was living in a hotel. Did he come out to refute it?
We're not expecting a cent. But what we are saying is, Sowore wants to legalize cannabis, Igbo now.
Yes.
That means everybody will be smoking Igbo. You want a country like that, with all the mad people on the streets already, and the hot sun, you add Igbo to it. I've never said anything against Sowore, and I'm not going to begin now. For me, I think he's a great guy so far. But what I'm saying is, let's be realistic. If it's been this difficult for Peter Obi, with all his track record, with his antecedent and everything, maybe Sowore can get it with their support. But for now, can we stop this annoying analysis of equating a Tinubu article to a Peter Obi? And I wanted to say something about appointment of somebody who is your VP. If you are the main party flag bearer, it is you that will choose who will be your running mate. It is Buhari that chose Osibanjo. Osibanjo did not have any power. What power does Osibanjo have when Buhari was talking? He didn't. Even when Buhari was sick, Osibanjo went and did some things. Buhari came and did it back, reverted it. The same thing they are doing it to Shetima. So VP office is more or less like, even Shetima said they built a house for him. Uncle Jeff. That was not even what I came to talk about. I came to talk about empathy, the destruction of houses in this economy, the hatred we have for each other, the hatred between politicians, the hatred amongst Nigerians. Can we tone it down and show more love, show more empathy? Because we're not achieving anything. And that is what is causing all this issue, because Shehu Kuti, of course, is justified, can be angry with Obasanjo for what Obasanjo did to his father or his family. But because he's not supporting Peter Obi, you transfer that aggression and say Peter Obi is bad or whatever. I will try by all means to see anything bad in him. I don't support that. Do you understand? I don't support that. So please, I'm going to stop here so we can all go and enjoy this match. Man City have scored 1 goal.
Man, Tottenham is a very useless club. Honestly.
I'm an Arsenal fan, so all the support you are giving to Tottenham, I know they are very useless. And if they don't win this match, our hatred for them is going to even go further.
And they are even playing better, unfortunately. In fact, they have more possession than City. I don't just know.
But to be honest, man, with what's his name? De Bruyne with this guy.
Jeff, I beg now, you go call lead that one. I don't know your.
Talk about my state. Wiki and Sim. If not that I want Wiki to suffer that Sim is doing, it's not nice. I've told people from the south, all these problems is becoming a pattern. Maybe this guy, the first guy, that intelligent guy's name? Peter Odili may not have a problem. Was it Peter Odili? Who was the first governor? The young one in Rivers State. I think it was Peter. Is it Peter
Amechi now.
No, before Amechi, the youngest governor then.
Was it not after Peter Odili that Amechi came in?
Okay, maybe it's Peter Odili. Now maybe there was not so much fight between Peter Odili and Amechi, but you see, Amechi fought good luck like crazy. Amechi fought the wife. Now at the end of the day, what happened? He brought in Wike. Wike started fighting him, and what is happening now? Fubara fighting Wike. So it is not healthy. You guys have to unite. Otherwise, the problem that the Igbos are facing, because now South are getting into federal where they are getting good representation. So Make we not go allow that disunity to allow you guys to be porous. That is all I can say about South. Make we now learn how to respect elders, learn how to follow and unite and solve your issues. The Yorubas they know how to do it. They know how to unite. No matter how diggy for APC primary, they still united and everybody will their vote to Tinubu. Same would we get. It is not good for your state.
Uncle Jeff, I'm supporting the man. You guys shouldn't be biased. So how can we be the
It is not good for the state.
How can you
Wike is not good for anybody, but people are saying that Wike is working in Abuja and Wike worked in Rivers. But at the end of the day, the point I'm trying to make is make una choose. If una want choose Wike, make una choose Wike. If una want choose Simbara, make una choose Simbara. But at the end of the day, all those internal fractions are not good when there is too much chaos in the political scene, especially in a country like Nigeria. You have to be united and healthy to be strong, to have one voice. Look at Rotimi now. Rotimi now went to do lawyer. You go to shout, my lord, my lord. Somebody with Rotimi's level where they don't project and say he go be the next president. They did him, you know. You see, politics is such a dirty game. Nigeria is even more than a chess game. You won't see it coming. They did him dirty. So, Tim has appointed a new Attorney General. Yes, we are watching and seeing. You go understand. You don't go understand. Wike dealt with us. How Wike dealt with you when he worked for Delta? He worked for Rivers, and Wike fought for Akpabio. That's why Akpabio gave him take a bow. When the NDDC Wahala came up, they were looking for Akpabio. Whether you like it or not,
Wike denied the Labour Party, man.
Wike is the strongest force from the South. Whether you like it or not, this Simbara, he can't even challenge Atiku. Atiku go humble up. And no, I don't have anything against Simbara. What I'm saying is that your strongest force, look at what the Yorubas did. They brought their strongest weapon. They brought their strongest Tinubu man, like Jagaban. Do you understand? Fulani brought Buhari, their strongest man. Do you understand? The same thing also brought Atiku. So you now go bring person who will challenge the opposition. So what I'm trying to say is make Rivers do this politics with sense. No, they use emotion do it. Who can fight and win for the state? The only problem I have is that the same thing that Rotimi did is the same thing Wike is doing. Because had it been Wike is smart, you know, go they play this politics outside. You go inside, they play them. No go they exchange words, they dance music, they do song for somebody that you put in power yourself. Go to Enugu State, we are still very loyal to Chimaroke. Ekweremadu came and did Chimaroke humble, brought Peter Mba. We follow Peter Mba. PDP, nobody like PDP in the East anymore, but at least we follow that pattern. So we have to learn how to, who is the strong? Everybody must have a leader. All this, no, I'm not going to be leader. Calm down when it comes to politics. Follow your leader.
Jeff, you think that this guy, what's it called, P2B, be moving to a different party other than Labour Party to be a running mate to Atiku? I don't know. Anyway, these politicians, I really don't trust them, but that'd be very, very disappointing. So if you were not agreed to go and be a running mate under Atiku, why didn't you accept it this last election? You should have accepted it now.
It's going to be 2027 is going to be dicey because what the only way to take power from APC is violence. It's going to be very dicey. I don't know how they are going to play that politics, but I only pray that God will take control of that 2027. But what I'm saying to you, Jeff, what I'm saying to you is that Sim don't have that political pedigree. Everybody still they look at him like I said a small boy. I think we go to push him for back. Because Tinubu use weak Tinubu, weak Atiku. Atiku now one use Simbara enter that camp again. Now politics that they play, but not for Simbara tomorrow to come and mash up to Tinubu, to mash up to Atiku or even Tinubu. You know, rich now. Because politics now, second generation godfathers they rule. That's why them Tinubu they go sit down for ground, they talk to them IBB. Nigeria master servant relationship.
Yes.
As Tinubu big rich, if you even want to go see the IBB, they collect another governor John Body, go meet IBB. Now them be the Baba. Now them be the ancestor money, not even old money. Do you understand? So Timbara just they come up. If he run show for 4 years, but a Wike don't tell and say we they wait for you for front. And mind you, Wike is playing Niger Delta politics, and now he's going federal. And look at what the style he's using. He's working in Abuja already. You understand? So what you have to understand is, for me, if I should advise South, make una follow person way strong. Once they weak una strongest man, that is it. Una don't fall Yakata. That's the nonsense Igbos did as well. Nobody supported P2B. Look at it. They don't have say in PDP. They don't have say in APC.
Very unfortunate.
Nigerian politics is a game of numbers because it's different nations. So if Sasa don't learn from the Igbos, it's up to them. You will see what the North will do. Eh? Very soon now, they will just bring up El-Rufai because El-Rufai don't have fracas with Tinubu. When they bring out El-Rufai, they will give them support. Champion at one time. They sabi falling. they sabi alive. They go push El-Rufai, push El-Rufai, push El-Rufai. As El-Rufai, they have issue with the new governor for Kaduna. You see I'm talk. Now in Peking, they go talk. Ain't no talk. If you're a master strategist, you know but they respond. You know but they respond. Even all the nonsense where Soludo they do, P2B know they respond, give up. If we still go meeting, two of them go there for ceremony. Because they don't know, say they are in the third generation politics. They are not doing all those governorship level again. You know what they baffle me? Why is it that Atiku or Tinubu know they go show for channels or go to Rufai for Arise, go do interview? You get one time where P2B they rush, they go there. Later, we come tell and say, Papa, stay. Send them Kenneth to Conquer, send them other people, maybe they go they talk for you. Because you have to be playing on the same level, on the same pedestal with these guys. Otherwise, they're not going to see you as straight. That's why some people will think that the election was between Atiku and Tinubu regardless. Because they never see Tinubu, they never see P2B say he don't reach that level. Meanwhile, he had crowd. Dr. Osi, thank you so much. Let me face this football. Thank you for coming, guys. I really appreciate everybody. And hopefully, please, let's show some empathy. Let's show some love. It's very, very important. We're all in this mess together. Don't compete with we are all on the same level. The people that are really robbing us, we need to unite and fight them. Please. Thank you so much and God bless you. Till next time. Bye-bye.